Well, I didn't think I'd come right back to another video, but I decided to because the content was, it just kind of came to me. So, with branding yourself, I didn't get any business out of it or anything like that, but it was just kind of funny. There was a lady in line. I walked inside the door and they had no carts whatsoever. And I really need groceries right now. I just have been kind of slacking on it. I've had things going on, having to take the kids to the doctor and different stuff. And like yesterday I could have gone, but I didn't want her to sit in the car and wait while I was going to get groceries. And I had already been sitting in the doctor's office for a couple hours with her while they ran all their tests on my kid and stuff, because she had the swollen throat, and of course you got to worry about COVID and strep and flu and mono as well. So they luckily she tested negative on everything, but I still had to get her a script today and pick it up at Sam's Club. So I needed a few items, and I was like, well, more than a few items, but I was like, I can get some of it here because it's things that we go through a lot of, and that's when you want to buy it at Sam's because it ends up being kind of cheaper and you can buy in bulk. Yeah, I walk in the door and there's no carts. So I'm like, damn, this sucks. So, okay, it's what it is. You make the best of it, and I'm like, what do I really need? What is carryable? And I'm looking at the list. I'm like, what do I really not need bulk of? I don't need to be spending that right now anyway. But my whole big thing is I'm walking through the store and I'm going, okay, so I grab some chicken strips, which really weren't on my list, but they became something that I'm like, okay, I can throw this in the oven or the air fryer real quick tonight and still have dinner because I'm not able to do my full shopping here. So I am going to grab something that's a little easier to make and, that we can all make on our own. Anyway, just a pain in the butt, and I got a 2-pack of my loaves of bread because we go through bread, and I'm highlighting all this great stuff here. My child really wanted, she's been on a grilled cheese kick, so she really wanted some tomato soup, and we were on tomato soup. So here I am with my 3 things, like a case of tomato soup and the chicken strip, the box chicken strips on top of that, and the bread, and I'm carrying it, and I go to pick up her script, and they go, "You have your new insurance card for your child?" And I'm going, no. Her father probably doesn't. He never lets me know. It's such a pain in the ass every year. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, no. And they go, well, with your Sam's card, it comes out to, so much. And I was like, nothing I can do about it at the moment. And she needs a script, so I guess I'm paying for it. Once again, it was one of those silver linings. It's one of those things you realize you have to be blessed for. I think the other day I may have touched on this subject already, but a lot of times when people decide if they're gonna think about coming into a direct sales business or they're not, and it's always like, but I don't have the money to, but I have a family, but I don't have time, and whatever else. If you change your mindset to because I don't have a lot of time, because you want more time with your family, it's because you have a family, and it's because you don't have the money. You can work any of these businesses around anything you do. I'm proof, sitting here right now, driving this car. I happen to have a place I can put the phone and start it when I start driving and stop it safely when I'm not. And as long as I'm not being distracted by my phone, which I'm not, I can sit here and do this because I'm essentially just BSing and talking like I would if I was singing to a radio or anything else. So maybe I get a little less singing time in as I drive, but I can do this portion of my business because I have my small business and because I have a family. I was blessed enough today that even though they go, we don't have your current insurance or blah, 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 I was able to still pay for my child's prescription. And I did that using my earnings card that I have from Avon. So, like I said, I have a couple direct sales businesses, but my Avon card happened to have, I have a debit card that I get like leadership earnings on, and it was enough to cover that. So it wasn't big money, but it was there, and I was able to successfully pay for my child's script today. So I had the money either way, but I liked that I didn't have to take it from like my husband and I's joint account. I loved that feeling that I had my card. And so when you brand yourself, right now I'm currently wearing an Avon t-shirt. I am wearing a hoodie that says Avon on it, and I had my face mask that also says Avon on it. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see the screen, but anyway, and my card that my earnings is on says Avon on it. Well, as I'm sitting there carrying my stack of groceries that I'm trying to get to the checkout, because now they used to be able to check you out a few items over at the pharmacy, but now they cannot because of COVID, and they've got like the plexiglass up and whatever else, so I still had to go up and through checkout. And what a pain, but it's what it is. I always like when I can kill two birds with one stone and check out at the pharmacy, but I completely understand they can't have any items crossing over into the wellness area. And in fact, it makes perfectly good sense. It's probably how it should have always been, that they don't check out those items there because of that reason. You're taking items that are cross-contaminating. It just makes the world that we're in right now makes you think of things a whole bunch different. And I've always kind of thought of things different in the first place, because I've been ServSafe certified and things like that through running a restaurant and doing whatever. And especially being a cancer survivor, I sit there and look at those things and go, that's germy. I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm a lot more aware of things that I do and what I touch. And, it's one of those things. You become more astute. But, so I'm up at the checkout, and the gal goes, well, hey, Avon lady, would you like a cart to put your stuff in? Because she had like the one cart that, because you're self-checkout there for the majority of the lanes. And I hate self-checkout, I'm going to be honest. The only reason my butt went to a self-checkout today is because I was holding my stuff. And otherwise, I'd wait in line for somebody else to bring me up. But I was like, well, I'm sitting there holding this stack of, purchases here, so I've got to do something. Oh, so my goodness. So I sat there and went, you know what? But she knew I was an Avon lady just because I had my brand on me. And I go, you know what? You are a doll. Thank you. I've been holding this stuff and walking all through the store. When I got in here, they didn't have any carts. And she goes, oh my, well, that's horrible. So here's this lady sitting there shuffling everything from one cart to the other. And, she handed me over that extra cart, which made her process a little more difficult. But that was a nice humanity moment where she didn't want to see me sitting there struggling to sit there and hold all that stuff. So I was very thankful. So I paid it forward, and as silly as that is, with my Avon stuff on. Now, it didn't work today that somebody asked me if I had a brochure or anything like that, and I'm still learning how to come forward like that and ask people. I just brain myself and hope it creates conversation. But when I was outside and I put my stuff in the car, I saw this man jump out of his truck with his child, and I sat there and waited and waited on them, and I go, hey, you might want to take this inside with you. They do not have any carts inside right now. And he was like, well, thank you very much. And the whole time, this is how I looked with my Avon branding on it. So now I'm getting ready to go in the post office because I got goodies that people want, and I need to take and have mailed off. So I'm working. Yeah, you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.